Welcome to the 2023 Florida DMV written practice test. We've got 60 questions and explained answers that cover everything you need to know for the assessment. But before we hit the road, be sure to fill up our tank with a like or a sub so that we're always firing on all cylinders and pumping out new content. Now, let's buckle up and get going with the first question.
Question 1. If you are a licensed driver under the age of 17, you must be accompanied by a driver who is 21 years of age or older and holds a valid Class E or higher driver's license if you want to operate a motor vehicle between A. 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. unless you are driving to or from work, B. 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. unless you are driving to or from work, C. midnight and 7 a.m. unless you are driving to or from work, D. 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. unless you are driving to or from work. The answer is B. In Florida, a licensed driver who is under the age of 17 may not operate a motor vehicle between 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. unless accompanied by a driver who is 21 years of age or older and holds a valid driver's license, Class E or higher, or the operator is driving to or from work. Question 2. Your license must be revoked if you are found guilty of blank offenses for which you have received points within a blank year period. A. 10-5. B. 15-5. C. 15-3. D. 10-3. The answer is B. Your license must be revoked if you are found guilty of, or department records show this, 3 major offenses or 5 offenses for which you receive points within a 5-year period. Question 3. If you are the driver or owner of a vehicle which is in a crash that is your fault, and you are not insured in compliance with the financial responsibility law, A. You will be placed on probation for up to 4 months. B. You must attend a driver financial responsibility course. C. You may be required to pay for the damages before your driving privilege is reinstated. D. Your driver's license will be suspended for up to 4 months. The answer is C. Under Florida's financial responsibility law, if you cause a crash as the driver or owner of a vehicle, you may need to pay for the damages before your driving privilege is reinstated. This ensures accountability for the costs resulting from the accidents you are responsible for. Question 4. If you pass a school bus that is stopped to drop off or pick up children, you will A. Be fined at least $165. B. Be fined less than $100. C. Be fined $200 to $400. D. Face no legal consequences. The answer is A. Drivers must come to a complete stop when approaching a school bus that is stopped with its lights flashing. Failure to stop until the lights stop flashing will result in a fine of at least $165. Passing a bus on the side where its door is located will result in a fine of at least $265. Additional penalties will apply. Question 5. Fines for moving traffic violation in construction zones are A. Lessened, B. Doubled, C. Unchanged, D. Non-existent. The answer is B. In Florida, fines are doubled when infractions occur within construction zones. There will also be possible civil penalties of up to $1,000, and you can be required to complete a driving school course. Question 6. If a law enforcement officer suspects your vehicle is not properly maintained or does not comply with Florida Motor Vehicles Equipment Standards, the officer A. May stop your vehicle at any time for a vehicle inspection. B. Is not allowed to inspect your vehicle. C. Must give you 10 days notice before inspecting your vehicle. D. May revoke your driver's license. The answer is A. Law enforcement officers in Florida can stop a vehicle and inspect it if they have reasonable cause to believe it is unsafe, not equipped as required by law, or its equipment is not properly adjusted or repaired. Question 7. If traffic from another roadway is merging onto the roadway you are traveling on, you should A. Sound your horn to let the merging traffic know you are there. B. Change lanes immediately. C. Ignore the merging traffic because you have the right of way. D. Adjust your speed and vehicle position to allow the traffic to merge. The answer is D. If traffic from another roadway is merging onto the roadway you are traveling on, adjust your speed and vehicle position to allow the traffic to merge safely. Question 8. You are driving in heavy traffic. An emergency vehicle with its lights flashing is right behind you. What should you do? A. Stop immediately in your lane. B. Keep moving slowly until you can get out of the way. C. Keep moving in the same lane and let the emergency vehicle change lanes. D. Increase your speed and let the emergency vehicle pass you. The answer is B. If an emergency vehicle with its siren or flashing lights is right behind you, keep moving slowly until you can get out of the way. Question 9. When preparing to leave a parallel parking space, you should A. Look over your shoulder. B. Look in your mirrors. C. Indicate your intention by signaling. D. All of the above. The answer is D. When preparing to leave a parallel parking space, you should look over your shoulder as well as in your mirrors. Then wait until the way is clear before you pull into traffic. You should indicate your intention by signaling, enter into traffic in the nearest lane, and remain in that lane until it is safe to change into another lane. Question 10. If a police officer stops you for a traffic violation, which of the following documents may the officer ask you for? A. Vehicle registration. B. Proof of insurance. C. Driver's license. D. All of the above. The answer is D. If a police officer stops you for a traffic violation or an equipment check, he or she may ask you for a driver's license, proof of insurance, or vehicle registration. You must have this proof of insurance with you whenever you drive. Question 11. When two or more vehicles arrive at a four-way stop at different times, which one has the right of way? A. The larger vehicle should be the first to go. B. The last vehicle to stop should be the first to go. C. The first vehicle to stop should be the first to go. D. The vehicle that signals first should be the first to go. The answer is C. When two or more vehicles reach a four-way stop at different times, the first vehicle to stop should be the first to go. When two vehicles on different roadways arrive at a four-way stop at about the same time, the vehicle on the left should yield to the vehicle on the right. Question 12. If another vehicle is passing you on the left, allow the other vehicle to pass safely and A. Move into the left lane. B. Increase your speed. C. Move to the right edge of the road. D. Do not increase your speed. The answer is D. If another vehicle is passing you on the left, allow the other vehicle to pass safely and do not increase your speed. Question 13. If your engine dies as you're driving on a curve, you should A. Try to restart the engine on the road. B. Pull over to the right side of the road. C. Hold your steering wheel tightly and keep your vehicle going straight. D. Ease off the gas pedal. The answer is B. If your engine dies while driving on a curve, steer to the right side of the road, brake to a stop, shift into park or neutral, and try to restart the engine. Use caution, signal with hazard lights, and seek professional assistance if needed. Question 14. When a traffic signal turns green at an intersection and you are going straight through, you must A. Stop and wait for the next signal. B. Watch for turning vehicles. C. Make sure there are no more vehicles in or coming through the intersection. D. Drive through the intersection as quickly as possible. The answer is C. When a traffic signal turns green at an intersection, make sure the way is clear of any other vehicles that might be still in or coming through the intersection. Yield to any pedestrians who are still on the road. Most accidents at traffic signals happen in the first few seconds after the light is changed. Question 15. If you see an oncoming vehicle in your lane, what should you do? A. Flash your headlights. B. Veer as far to the right as you safely can. C. Slow down and sound your horn. D. Do all of the above. The answer is D. If you see a vehicle coming towards you in your lane, brake hard, sound your horn, flash your headlights, and veer as far to the right as you safely can. Don't try to veer to your left. The other driver may suddenly recover and pull back into that lane, leading to a head-on collision. Head-on collisions are often fatal. Question 16. The right lane on an expressway should remain open for blank as much as possible. A. Heavy vehicles. B. Passing traffic. C. Traffic entering or leaving the expressway. D. Through traffic. The answer is C. If you are in the right lane, leave room for vehicles entering the expressway. The right lane should remain open for traffic entering or leaving the expressway as much as possible. Question 17. If you are going to stop or slow down where others might not expect it, you should blank to warn those behind you. A. Switch on your emergency flashers. B. Quickly tap your brake pedal 3 or 4 times. C. Blow your horn. D. Change lanes quickly. The answer is B. Your brake lights let others know that you are slowing down. If you're going to stop or slow down where others might not expect it, warn those behind you by quickly tapping your brake pedal 3 or 4 times to flash your brake lights. Question 18. To help avoid a collision, you should A. Maintain a space cushion. B. Change lanes frequently. C. Stay on the left side of your lane. D. Follow other vehicles closely. The answer is A. To help avoid a collision, try to keep plenty of space between your vehicle and other vehicles on all sides. Question 19. When are you allowed to pass on the right? A. On a hill or curve with insufficient visibility ahead. B. When the vehicle is making or about to make a left turn. C. When the vehicle is making or about to make a right turn. D. In none of the above situations. The answer is B. You may pass a vehicle on the right when it is making or about to make a left turn. You may also pass on the right when there are 2 or more lanes of traffic going in the same direction as you are. This can be the case on a multi-lane highway or a one-way street. Question 20. When entering an interstate highway from an acceleration lane, you must A. Keep pace with the other traffic or obey posted speed limits. B. Stop and wait for the space to merge. C. Increase your speed beyond the posted speed limit to merge. D. Decrease your speed. The answer is A. When entering an interstate highway from an acceleration lane, you must keep pace with other traffic or obey posted speed limits. Question 21. Blank are the most likely places for car and motorcycle collisions to occur. A. Intersections. B. One-way roads. C. Expressways. D. Roundabouts. The answer is A. Intersections are the most likely places for car and motorcycle collisions to occur. Typically, the car driver fails to notice the motorcycle and turns across the motorcycle's path. Question 22. Open intersections are A. Intersections where the speed limit is not posted. B. Intersections not protected by a police officer. C. Intersections not controlled by a flashing red light. D. Intersections not protected by stop signs, yield signs, or traffic lights. The answer is D. Open intersections, also known as uncontrolled intersections, are intersections that are not protected by stop signs, yield signs, or traffic lights. At open intersections, you must follow the right-of-way rules to determine which vehicles can proceed first. Question 23. What should you do if you are approaching a steady yellow traffic signal? A. Speed up to get through the signal before it turns red. B. Proceed with caution. C. Drive through after yielding to traffic. D. Stop if you can do so safely. The answer is D. When encountering a steady yellow traffic light, prepare to stop safely. Avoid sudden stops or speeding up to beat the red light. If you can't stop safely, proceed cautiously into the intersection. Question 24. You may pass a vehicle if there is blank next to your lane. A. A solid white line. B. A single solid yellow line. C. A broken white line. D. A double solid yellow line. The answer is C. You may pass another vehicle if there is a broken line, white or yellow, next to your lane. Question 25. During your driving skills test, you should A. Drive in the left lane. B. Maintain a 2-second following distance behind the vehicle ahead of you. C. Signal only if no pedestrians or other vehicles are around. D. Keep both hands on the steering wheel. The answer is D. On your driving skills test, you should maintain a following distance of at least 3 to 4 seconds behind the vehicle ahead of you. Signal every time you plan to turn or change lanes, even if you can't see pedestrians or other vehicles around. Maintain proper posture. Keep both hands on the steering wheel and do not rest your elbow on the window. Question 26. If a broken yellow line is on your side of the center dash stripe, then A. You may cross the line only if the other side has a broken line. B. You may not cross the line. C. You may cross the line to pass other vehicles. D. None of the above apply. The answer is C. When a broken yellow line is on your side of the center dash stripe, you may cross the line to pass if it is safe to do so. Question 27. If you must park on a roadway, park your vehicle A. As far away from traffic as possible. B. As far away from the yellow line as possible. C. As far away from the curb as possible. D. As close to the center of the road as possible. The answer is A. Always park in a designated area if possible. If you must park on a roadway, park your vehicle as far away from traffic as possible. If there is a curb, park as close to it as you can. Question 28. If a railroad grade crossing has no warning devices or only a crossbuck sign, you should A. Shift gears and proceed through the railroad crossing. B. Increase your speed and cross the railroad crossing. C. Slow down and proceed with caution. D. Stop within 100 feet of the railroad crossing. The answer is C. If a railroad grade crossing has no warning devices or only a crossbuck sign, slow down and look and listen for a train before proceeding. You must yield the right of way to any approaching train. Question 29. In heavy rain, your tires can ride on a film of water and lose contact with the road. This hazard is known as A. Rain planing, B. Water planing, C. Friction planing, D. Hydroplaning. The answer is D. Hydroplaning occurs when a layer of water gets between your tires and the road, causing you to lose control of your vehicle. It's like gliding on water instead of gripping the road. This can occur on wet roads, especially when driving too fast or if your tires are worn out. Question 30. Which of the following are signs of road rage? A. Forcing a car off the road. B. Tailgating. C. Blowing the horn excessively. D. All of the above. The answer is D. Cutting off or swerving in front of other vehicles are signs of road rage. Sounding the horn excessively, forcing a car off the road, and tailgating are also associated with road rage. Question 31. What should you do if you are one of the first persons to come upon the scene of a collision? A. Move your vehicle off the traveled portion of the roadway. B. Stop. Get medical help for the injured. C. Notify the local police. D. Do all of the above. The answer is D. If you are one of the first persons to come upon the scene of a collision, the first thing you should do is pull your vehicle off the road. Do not move injured persons unless there is a danger of fire. Notify emergency officials and do not stand in traffic lanes. Ask others who have stopped to warn approaching traffic. Question 32. In Florida, when you pass a bicycle traveling in your direction, you must leave at least blank of clearance between your vehicle and the bicycle. A. 7 feet. B. 3 feet. C. 10 feet. D. 5 feet. The answer is B. Be alert for bicyclists along the roadway because bicyclists are often difficult to see. To pass a bicycle traveling in your direction, slow down and check for oncoming traffic. Under Florida law, when you pass the bicycle, you must leave at least 3 feet of clearance between your vehicle and the bicycle. Question 33. If you miss your exit on a limited access highway, you should A. Stop and ask for help. B. Back up and return to the exit. C. Continue to the next exit. D. Make a U-turn and return to the exit. The answer is C. If you miss your exit on a limited access highway, don't stop, back up, or try to turn around. Doing so greatly increases the likelihood of a collision. In Florida, it is illegal to back up on a limited access highway. Instead, continue to the next exit and find a way to double back from there. Question 34. In Florida, if an emergency vehicle using a siren or flashing lights approaches you while you are driving in a roundabout, you must A. Pull over to the left in the roundabout. B. Pull over to the right in the roundabout. C. Stop in the roundabout. D. Continue to the next exit and then pull over. The answer is D. In Florida, if you are approached by an emergency vehicle using a siren or flashing lights while you're driving in a roundabout, continue to the closest exit, then pull over and allow the emergency vehicle to pass. Question 35. To pass another vehicle, you must pass at a safe distance and not blank until the way is clear. A. Go straight. B. Increase your speed. C. Return to your original lane. D. Return to the passing lane. The answer is C. You must pass at a safe distance. Don't try to return to your original lane until you can see both front tires of the passed vehicle in your rearview mirror. Then switch on your turn signal, check your blind spots, and return to the original lane. Question 36. If you are under emotional or physical stress while driving, you should A. Start talking on your cell phone while driving. B. Drive fast and reach your destination as soon as possible. C. Take medication and drive. D. Stop driving or have someone else drive. The answer is D. Strong emotions can affect your ability to drive safely. If you are exhausted, sleep-deprived, worried, ill, nervous, frightened, angry, or depressed, either stop driving until you feel better or let someone else drive. Question 37. Regulatory devices tell you blank. A. Of the hazardous conditions or the possibility of hazardous conditions. B. How to find your way safely or make your trip more comfortable. C. To stop, proceed in a certain direction, or limit your speed. D. None of the above. The answer is C. Regulatory devices instruct you to stop, proceed in a certain direction, or limit your speed. All regulatory devices indicate actions that you, the driver, are required to take. There may be penalties for failing to comply. Question 38. When are you allowed to drive on the shoulder to pass another vehicle on the right? A. Never. B. If the vehicle is turning left. C. If the vehicle is turning right. D. If the vehicle is stopped for an emergency. The answer is A. Under Florida law, you are not allowed to drive off the pavement or main traveled portion of the roadway to pass another vehicle on the right. Question 39. If an applicant for a driver's license is unmarried and under the age of blank, his or her parent or guardian must sign the driver license application. A. 17. B. 16. C. 21. D. 18. The answer is D. If an applicant for a driver's license is unmarried and under the age of 18, his or her parent or guardian must sign the driver license application. Question 40. If the responsible parent or legal guardian who signed a minor's driver license application rescinds responsibility for the person, the license will be blank. A. Cancelled. B. Restricted. C. Revoked. D. Suspended. The answer is A. If the responsible parent or legal guardian who signed a minor's driver license application rescinds responsibility for the person, the license will be immediately canceled. Question 41. A new resident of Florida who wishes to continue driving must obtain a Florida driver's license within blank. A. 180 days. B. 30 days. C. 60 days. D. 90 days. The answer is B. A driver who becomes a resident of Florida, accepts a job in Florida, or enrolls his or her child in a Florida public school must obtain a Florida driver's license within 30 days. Question 42. Which of the following is the class of driver license for non-commercial drivers? A. Class B. B. Class E. C. Class A. D. Class C. The answer is B. The Class E driver license is for drivers of non-commercial vehicles. Classes A, B, and C are classes of commercial driver licenses. Question 43. If you are found guilty of speeding in a Florida school zone, you may face which of the following penalties? A. Double the usual fine for speeding. B. Community service. C. License suspension. D. License revocation. The answer is A. In Florida, if you are found guilty of speeding, you will be fined and points will be added to your driving record. However, if you are speeding in a school or work zone, the fine will be doubled. This fine can run up to $1,000. You can also be required to complete a driving school course. Question 44. Things that can distract you from the road include A. Text messaging and talking on the phone. B. Checking blind spots. C. Checking the traffic behind you frequently. D. Always checking mirrors. The answer is A. Anything that draws your attention away from the road can distract you. Some examples of distractions while driving are text messaging, talking on the phone, dealing with children, and lighting a cigarette. Question 45. Can you take medications before planning to drive? A. Only if you have a prescription. B. Only if the doctor says it won't affect safe driving. C. No. D. Only over-the-counter ones. The answer is B. Many prescription and over-the-counter medications can make you drowsy. Only take medications while driving if the doctor informs you they won't affect safe driving ability. Question 46. What should you do if you feel drowsy before you drive? A. Sleep. B. Exercise. C. Listen to music. D. Drink coffee. The answer is A. Stimulants, exercise, and music can help keep you awake, but the best remedy for drowsiness is sleep. If you're getting 9 hours of sleep and still feel tired, consult a physician. Question 47. How can fatigue affect your driving? A. Impaired judgment. B. Slower reaction times. C. Decreased awareness. D. All of the above. The answer is D. Fatigue can affect your driving by impairing your judgment, slowing your reaction times, and decreasing your awareness of your surroundings. Question 48. If it starts to rain on a hot day, use caution because the pavement may be slippery for the first few minutes. This is due to A. Oil in the vehicle. B. Oil in the asphalt. C. Melting of tires. D. Water in the asphalt. The answer is B. Heat causes oil in the asphalt to come to the surface, and rainwater loosens those oil deposits. This makes the roadway more slippery until more rain washes the oil away. Question 49. When you approach a roundabout, always enter to the blank of the central island. A. Corner. B. Right. C. Left. D. Center. The answer is B. A roundabout is a circular intersection in which traffic circulates counterclockwise around a central island. Approaching vehicles must yield to the traffic in the circle. always enter to the right of the central island. Question 50. A blank indicates the outer edge of a roadway, and it may be crossed only by traffic moving to or from the shoulder. A. Solid yellow line. B. Broken white line. C. Broken yellow line. D. Solid white line. The answer is D. The right edges of many roadways are marked with a solid white line. This line indicates the outer edge of the roadway, and it may be crossed only by traffic moving to or from the shoulder. The left edge is marked with a yellow line. Question 51. Before passing another vehicle, you should A. Drive off the paved or traveled portion of the road. B. Look ahead for road conditions and traffic. C. Pass on the left if the driver is signaling a left turn. D. Do all of the above. The answer is B. Before you pass, look ahead for road conditions and traffic that may cause other vehicles to move into your lane. Never drive off the paved portion of the road. Usually, you should pass another vehicle on the left. However, if the vehicle is signaling a left turn, pass on the right. The passing lane must always be clear. Question 52. To enter an expressway, you should A. Enter the expressway at a minimum speed. B. Stop and yield to traffic on the expressway. C. Enter the expressway at or near the speed of expressway traffic. D. Stop before merging into expressway traffic. The answer is C. Enter the expressway at or near the speed of expressway traffic. In Florida, the maximum speed limit on rural interstate highways is 70 miles per hour, except where otherwise posted. Expressway traffic has the right of way. However, don't stop before merging into expressway traffic unless absolutely necessary. Question 53. If you are making a left turn, you must start the turn A. In the rightmost lane. B. In the intersection. C. In a middle lane. D. In the leftmost lane. The answer is D. If you are making a left turn, you must begin the turn in the leftmost lane unless signs or signals indicate otherwise. Question 54. All trucks and buses have A. Large front and side blind spots. B. Large front, side, and rear blind spots. C. Large front and rear blind spots. D. None of the above. The answer is B. Trucks and buses have larger front, side, and rear blind spots than cars do. If you tailgate a truck, the truck driver will not be able to see you. Pass the truck as soon as possible to avoid a collision in the truck's side blind spot. Question 55. A flashing yellow light means that you should A. Slow down and proceed with caution. B. Speed up. C. Come to a complete stop. D. Proceed at the same speed. The answer is A. A flashing yellow light means that you should slow down and proceed with caution. Flashing yellow lights are positioned at relatively hazardous locations. Question 56. When backing up your vehicle, you must A. Depend on your side mirrors. B. Depend on your rear view mirror. C. Not depend on your mirrors. Instead, turn your head to look through the rear window. D. Not depend on your mirrors. Instead, honk your horn to alert pedestrians behind your vehicle. The answer is C. Before you back up, Make sure that it is safe to do so and will not interfere with other traffic. It is a good idea to walk behind the vehicle to make sure that a child, pet, or toy is not in the way. Turn your head so you can look over your shoulder and through the rear window. Do not depend on mirrors. They have blind spots. Question 57. If the road is too narrow to make a U-turn, you may make A. a 2-point turn, B. a 4-point turn, C. a 5-point turn, D. a 3-point turn. The answer is D. If a road is too narrow for you to make a U-turn, you can turn your vehicle around by making a 3-point turn. This maneuver will also put you in the opposite direction. You should make a 3-point turn only if visibility is good, traffic is light on both sides of the road, the turn is permitted there, and you cannot turn around any other way. Question 58. If a pedestrian is carrying a white cane, possibly with a red tip, or using a guide dog is crossing the street, you must A. reduce your speed and proceed slowly. B. increase your speed and pass the pedestrian quickly. C. beep your horn to let the pedestrian know you're there. D. come to a complete stop. The answer is D. A pedestrian carrying a white cane or using a guide dog is blind or visually impaired. You should always yield the right of way to such pedestrians. Under Florida law, if a pedestrian carrying a white cane or using a guide dog is about to cross a roadway in front of you, you must come to a complete stop and yield the right of way to the pedestrian. Don't sound your horn because it might startle the pedestrian or the guide dog. Question 59. Disabled persons who display their placards can park in a blank parking space. A. green, B. blue, C. white, D. red. The answer is B. To park in a blue parking space in Florida, you must have a placard or special license plate for disabled persons or disabled veterans. Question 60. Mile markers are posted along the outside shoulder to mark the edge of a limited access highway. They give drivers information about A. their locations on the highway, B. the condition of the highway, C. the posted speed limits on the highway, D. upcoming highways. The answer is A. Mile markers, also known as mile posts, are posted along the outside shoulder to mark the edge of the highway and give drivers information about their locations on the highway for navigational and emergency purposes. On Florida's interstate highways, exit numbers correspond to the mile markers along the highway.
We hope you found our 2023 Florida DMV practice test useful. If you did, remember to smash that like button. And if you're looking for more practice tests, check out these other videos and subscribe to our channel to see the latest tests.